and the Masters of the Universe.
Hey, welcome to Saturday Shorties, the last one of Monster Month. And we'll end it with somebody who just wants to give everybody a big hug. So meet Sssqueeze. And yes, that's how you have to pronounce it, I don't make the rules. This figure was part of the Masters of the Universe Origins line and released in 2023 with all original parts. Some very original, as you can plainly see. Who wants a hug? Yes, you really can't get around the obvious gimmick this figure has, the enormously long arms. You would think this would make him a nightmare to stand up, but he's surprisingly stable. Well, in some poses anyway. And you can have his hands support him too. I was expecting much worse, really. The other thing you can't help but notice is that he's wearing quite the crop top there. Dude really likes to show off his abs, and fine abs to show off they are indeed. That brings us to the detailing. He's got scales all over and huge rows of teeth. He's got armor on his upper legs, which is weird considering his midriff is exposed, and what I can only call moon boots. As far as the color scheme goes, it's mostly green, which is appropriate for a reptile-like creature, and the purple top is nice, but I can't say I'm too fond of the neon orange on the tights, arms and feet. Articulation is standard for an Origins figure, except for one thing, obviously. Yes, the arms are fully bendable, so technically they have infinite articulation. And like with all Origins figures, they are removable so you can make some fun combinations. The gimmick's intent, squeezing the life out of your opponent works. Well, it works okay anyway. But the better question is, does it work with G.I. Joe? Well, as another one of Dr. Mindbender's experiments, sure, and since G.I. Joe figures are smaller, he can give a great big hug to several of them at once. Just feel the love in the room, people. The only downside to this figure, apart from the orange, but that's just my personal taste, is that it'll really hog, or should I say hug, your shelf space with those gigantic arms. Overall, it's a pretty neat oddity to have in your collection, so I can recommend it, assuming you have the space. And I guess you can always display him hugging another toy to make maximum use of that space. Bottom line, he looks very ridiculous, but I think I love that about him. And that's the end of Saturday Shorties Monster Month. And in fact, the end of Saturday Shorties itself for a little while. That's because November is upon us, which means it's time for all of you to open your wallets as we're doing our yearly charity drive for kids. And I need a Saturday slot for that. Well, I'll see you next time, everybody. And hey, why not like, share, and subscribe if that's your thing.
And the Masters of the Universe.